Take it for a little ride down the back roads and over through the countryside. Big old trucks with big old tires, watching the sun rise in a big old sky. Cornfields and country farms, loving hearts and open arms. We believe what the Bible says, and anything worth doing is worth doing your best. If you wanna hustle for it, ain't nothing for free. By the time the rooster crows, better be on your feet. If you don't work, then you don't eat. That's the way we was raised, that's the way it's gonna be. Everybody knows everybody. There don't nothing go down in this town that we don't know about it. Faith and family, we standing strong. We gon' sing about Jesus till he calls us home. Won't you come on in? Come take a ride through the country, sit back and just chill. Won't you come on in?
Welcome, race fans. MaxspeedTV, Bob with all the freaking hobbies. Why? Because my wife says I got way too many of them. And you know what? I'm starting to believe her. It's catching up with me. Here we are. Monday night, Noma Super Speedway. And oh boy, I'm counting about 33 drivers right now. And every single one of these cats think they got what it takes to win this. We're going to see. They're going to be sticking it in places that don't belong. They're going to try to stick it in places where it won't fit. You know what I'm talking about. Pit stops, green flag pit stops, get ran over, run somebody else over, get turned, get caught speeding. All those bad things can happen. One fast repair, that's all they're going to get this whole entire night. So you better save it. Because, man, I'll tell you what, I got a feeling this is going to be one wild and crazy night you guys are in for. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this long, lengthy national anthem. We'll be right back.
twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
Welcome back, race fans. MaxspeedTV, Bobby, right here with all the wonderful hobbies. Noma Super Speedway. Let's talk real quick. I told you all the bad things that happen. Now let me tell you a good thing that can happen. You won't get caught up in the big one. That'd be a great thing. Try to get in your mama's rocking chair, as I call it. Safe as in your mama's arms. Right on the very front on the bottom, right? We'll see how that works out tonight. One fast repair, like I said, stages 25 through 50. Or 25 and 50, I'm sorry. And before we get started, I want to give a big shout out before we even get fired up and running here. I think I might have 2 new fans, believe it or not. 2 fans I'm hearing. You ready? Denny, Jane Wilder, crank that surround sound up and listening to my sweet heavenly voice. Because I want to thank you guys for hanging out here and watching us. Their son happens to be one of my drivers of MaxspeedTV, and he's out here tonight, expecting some big things out of him. So Denny and Jane, appreciate you guys hanging out watching us here. We go have some fun, people. Waiting for them to get to the grid. Welcome everybody out there on YouTube. Hit that like button for these guys. Trust me, it's going to be far from boring. And here they come. All right, let's send me the last names I can screw up. It's my forte. It's what I do. Hooked on phonics, people, for Christmas. Any Christmas ideas coming up? Your polecat tonight. The 66, Randy Bonomi. The 94 beside him, Mr. Fred Anderson. Row 2 to 23, Zach Roethlisberger. And the 16 to Justin Bentley. Row 3 to 54, Robert Morrison. And the 18, Mr. Mark Vega. Row number 4 to 31, one of the league owners, Mr. Joey Hickox. With his mom out here, Nancy, always a pleasure talking with. Glad she's with us tonight. The 5'10 beside Joey's going to be Richard Sanchez. Row number 5 to 30, Carl Lingle, and the 278 of Crystal King. Row 6 to 37, Joseph Fogg, the 86, John Lynch. Row 7, the 199, Matthew Williamson, and the 19 of Kevin, oh, he'll kill me on that one, Kevin LaChance. Row 8 to 28, I'll just call him Henry. The number 2, Matthew Erickson. Row 9 to 98, Jeff Carl, and the number 1 of Emily Uris. Row 10 to 04, Ambrosi Nebel. The 21, Keaton Swain. Row 11 to 09, Brian Matthias. The 05, Edward Smith beside him. Row 12 to 018, Elisa Pelletier Sharp. The 91, James Scamadella, Armadillo. Who knows? I like James. What do you think? Row 13 to 84, Matthew Fritz to 39, Shane Ward. Row 14 to 88, Mr. Clay Cantrell. The 203 beside him of Brad Sexton. Row 15 to 99, Tic Tac, Robert Duvendak. Can't say the reason why Tic Tac, because I tried to keep it PG tonight. But you can read between the lines. I should know, I was at his wedding. And beside him, the 200, Mr. Tommy Cook. Row 16, number 7, Shane Wilder. And the 48, Andrew Schroeder. Which he ought to be a happy camper, because I am, because they beat them rotten Browns. Row 17 to 41, Ricky Kuhn. And the 131, Steve Hoppett. Row 18 to 32, Todd Poston. And the 69 of Gray Bracco. Todd is also a MaxspeedTV driver. And that's going to be it. It's time to have a little fun, I hope. Bye-bye music. Hello. Mean sound and V8s. Until iRacing decides to go electric. And then we all sign a petition. Stages 25 and 50. Exactly. Randy and Fred in the front row. Nancy, yeah. There's a score to be settled right here. Randy and Fred they've been running very, very well. It doesn't surprise me one bit. You know how it works. If he likes it, we go green. So sit back, kick back, have a drink, turn it up real loud, and let's rock and roll. Let's race tonight. Bonomi wants it. Anderson would love to have it as well. Who's going to lead it? And it looks like it's going to be Bonomi on the first lap. Now, the real question tonight, is everybody going to play nicely for a while? I don't like predicting cautions because, well, I think when you predict cautions, it brings cautions. I don't know. Bonomi in a 66 down at the bottom. Your pushers. Zach Roethlisberger right there at the 23. And, of course, Mr. Mark Vega, the 18 machine. Billy Bentley, nice to see you hopping in here. Just in time. If I start coughing, just ignore me. I've been fighting one for about 3-4 days now. I don't know. But anyway, I think it might be some allergies. Riding on the top of Joey Hickox, currently in the 10th position. And now Joey right now, believe it or not, Nancy, he's actually showing patience really early, which is a good thing. And that's what it's going to take here. Patience is definitely going to be a big deal. Way back in the back, you see these guys hanging out, just riding around. And that's what they're going to do. MaxspeedTV driver. Sitting way back here, Todd. Sean Wilder, which, by the way, once again, hello to Denny and Jane. I have 2 new fans, so I'm going to shout it to the hilltops. You hear me? Duvidak back here as well. That's what these cats do. They sit and hang back. Sexton's back here. And why, you ask? Well, this is why. As soon as I get rid of all this so you can see, you get rid of that. You can see what's going on up in front. You got enough time to get out of the way so you don't burn off your fast repair right away. See all those cats up there you got a nice close eye on? That's what a lot of your veterans do. And then a lot of these cats want to be way up front because they think being right here, that car is the safest thing on this entire track sometimes. And it is. Sometimes. Nancy said she had a long talk today and taught her boy the word patience. Well, let's see if he aced his test this morning. Shall we, Nancy? Well, thanks, Billy. I might not know what I'm doing, but at least I'm not going to be boring. That's just one of those things. Bonomi being a lap hog right now. He's going to lead another one, it looks like. Speaking of Bentley, he has been running really well lately. And here he is right up in the front of it, the thick of it again. Get him and his teammates together. Hickox back in the 8th spot right now. And I think tonight we're missing... Who are we missing? I think we're missing Todd, I believe. There's another teammate out here I know we're missing. Oh, we're missing Jay Stinson. That's who we're missing. Duh. Everybody is playing nice right now. They must have had a nice little chat before the race started. Back in the middle of the pack. Take a peek back here a little bit. Right smack in the middle. Mr. John Lynch. As he almost drilled the Sassy Susan. And he is actually going to try to hang on to it and not get ran over. And that actually saved a caution right there. Not quite sure what it was. Congratulations on the camera work. What a guy there, huh? Picking that up. But something happened. And it could have been real ugly. But it's got us sitting back here a little bit. On my butt pucker scale, I'm going to call that probably about a good 4 or 5. You can't afford to use a fast repair up right now. Not this early. Definitely a bad idea. And Chris Akers is not out here. That's my other driver. I think Chris was having a really hard time trying to get this update downloaded. Now, the 54 is Robert Morrison, which he's got number 9 on his car. Don't ask me why. I think they do that just to mess with my head. And believe me, it works. But he's got to be your pusher right there on the inside, as Roethlisberger and the 23 up top would love to try to get in front of that 66 if he could. And that has to do with Mr. Bentley in the 16. So it's pretty simple the way this works, to be honest with you. All in a nutshell, that guy is trying to keep this guy ahead of this guy up here, so they don't drop down in front. Because if he clears him, this guy will come right down here and get right in front of him. And so on and so on. I think we're going to go all the way down. Let me see. Where are we at here? The last bunch of these guys. Tommy Cook, I believe, is going to be the last car in this little pack we got going here. Schroeder's leading up another little pack behind them. And then you got a few more cats coming back here. Matthias needs to look in his rearview mirror. He's got help coming. And here they come. Being led by the 018, Alyssa. Duvendak right there. Pit stops, I can't begin to tell you when. I have an idea, but I'm not sure. I think these cats could go a long way. I think they got 70% fuel. And if they do, they pert near can go almost 55 laps or so without even pitting. Me personally, I just love a good pit stop. It's either poetry in motion or, well, it's not so much. It's like dominoes that fall. Coming up on lap traffic right now, you know my saying, that's right. This whole entire field is about ready to come down on this guy like a fat lady on a corn dog. I believe that's the number 1, Emily. Got to keep it way up against the wall and stay out of trouble if possible. Let's go back here and make sure that she cleared. She did. She's going to drop into place. No harm, no foul. But she will be a lap down already. Freeman, you are absolutely correct. That outside line just can't really seem to get it together and stay, nice and tight. And you got to stay tight, as we're watching right here. You hear these guys refer to hold your line, hold your line. Well, you can't push a guy that's all over the place. He's veering left and right. You can't do it. You do, you're going to turn him and you're going to wreck. You have got to have a guy up front so that way you can hit this whole entire bumper when you push him. If not, you're going to hook him and he's going to go flying. Now, I will tell you, the guys out here leading the laps in that fresh air, they'll burn more fuel than anybody else out here tonight. Your leaders will burn the fuel. And speaking of leaders, Joey Hickok says, Mom, I love you to death, but I think I fell asleep during the class this morning on patience because he's already up here from 7th, now fighting for the lead. Let's see if I can work my way back here. There's these cats. Work my way up a little bit further. All right, now let me see if we can actually see. Way up yonder, just crossing that start-finish line, is the head pack. That's how far back these guys are. Did they lose the draft? Yeah, kinda. But they're okay. They're fine right where they're at. They're not too far back. They're only about 4.5, 5 seconds back. That's fine. No big deal. And don't forget, hit the like button for those of you who are watching. Me, I get paid either way. But these guys, they deserve it. Hickok says, thank you very kindly. I think I'm going to lead that lap. That's going to be 2 for him tonight, with Roethlisberger right behind him. Now, I'm going to show you, because Nancy loves this shot. This is what it's like being on the outside leading this bad boy. You've got 2 gauges in here, which is hidden by the steering wheel. You got to watch your oil and your water temps, because you can blow them up. But this is what it's like. And you talk about close. Give you a better look here if I can. Sometimes when these guys, you can see how close they're just going to come right here. They're actually giving each other pretty good room. But sometimes they get so close, it's not funny. As you can see, it's starting to close in a little bit right here. Those outside guys kind of pinch down on those inside guys a little bit. And there is a thing called side drafting per se. They say if you can get really close to that guy, you can actually slow him down. The old side draft. So far, everybody's playing really nice, and that makes me a happy camper. We've had 7 lead changes so far. Whoa, we got trouble right there. Someone goes flying into the infield, and yep, this is going to be a big one. I think I opened my mouth a little too soon. We've got carnage. Let's see if I can find out what happened. And right here it is. I think, remember when I was just talking to you a little bit earlier about, hang on a minute, let me get the right, so many cameras, you know? Here, we'll try this. Remember when I was talking to you about being square when you push somebody? Take a look right here. He's going to hit him right here. And when he does, yep, he's chasing it, trying to hang on to it. Still trying to hang on to it, and he can't do it. He's going to come down and hit him. Just that little bitty touch by the 23 is going to cause mayhem. Now, who's able to go around and behind these guys? Who can go through it? Take a look at some of these guys here. Nope. You can see the big wreck right up in front of the second pack right here. And this is why they stay back. This is the exact reason why they stay back. Now, Schroeder was pretty smart right here. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he got way off into the grass. And I don't know if he got a little help and got pushed back here. Take a look at it. He sees what's going on. He starts to slow down, but when he does, he gets touched a little bit. But he hangs on to it with no problems. That's another butt pucker factor of about a 5. So, a lot of these guys, they're going to be coming in, and some of them are not coming in. So caution on lap 20. We'll see if anybody comes in here. Now, I will tell you, all the way from 14th back, they did come in to the pits. A lot of these guys are in here. Matthias is in. I think Bonomi even came in. Let me find him. He's hiding. There he is. He came in as well. A little bit of damage on him in that 94 machine. Fred Anderson. That was the front row starting out. Take a look at him. Now, they are not going to use their fast repair if they can get away with it. You can see the damage. He has no front end. And he's still not using that fast repair because he knows it's going to get ugly later on. So 12th on down, pitted. 1 through 12 or 1 through 11 stayed out. As this guy right here makes the, I think it's 20, I don't know who it was. Was it? It was Lynch, John. Came in, got fixed up, still has his fast repair, and he just made it right there coming out of the pits. We've only got 2 cats, Emily and Henry. They're the only ones that are at least 1 to 2 laps, 12 laps down in that area. Now, I think since there's no telemetry on Henry here, I think he might have had a problem at the start of the race. That's usually an indication. So we all having a great time out here, or what, huh? Pretty good racing so far. Only 1 caution. Not bad. Roethlisberger's going to lead them. Joseph Fogg in the 36. There's Joseph, or the 37. He'll be on the outside. Bentley's going to be pushing. The 04. Ambrosi, Nebel. He's the guy pushing up top. Good looking candy paint job on that car too. Then you've got Mr. Carl Engel and Schroeder. Todd Poston, Alyssa, Clay Carroll, and Matthew Fritz. That's your top 10. There goes the pace car. And if he likes it, we're going back green flagging right here. Noma Super Speedway Series on MaxspeedTV. A little bit of bumping up front. You can see him starting to beat a little bit on those bumpers. Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Billy. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to call 8 cautions. That's my number, 8. I might be a little bit on the high side. I don't know, but I just got that 8 feeling. Fog drops it down on the bottom of what I call the rocking chair, where you used to be as safe as in your mama's arms. Oh, I just watched Schroeder right there get a little tap from the Alyssa. Gave him just a sweet, sweet tap. You can see we're 3 wide right here. And that's going to be a scary little thing. Bentley says I've had it. Not going to do it. Not going to happen, Captain. Not today. He is going to go back. And he's going to hop back in. Another smart move at this point. You start getting a little too racy up front, man. With only one fast repair, that's when you bail out and you head to the back. Now, who had to use a fast repair on that wreck? One, 2, 3. We had 4 had to use a fast repair. And we got ourselves a stage win, and that will be Mr. Joseph Fogg. So the caution's out for a stage. Let these guys kind of wind down and settle down, relax a little bit, and get themselves a nice caution pit stop. But Mr. Fogg wins stage 1. Mr. Cantrell, a couple weeks ago, he was actually trying to race with COVID. So glad he's feeling better and he's out here. Joey back here has not used his fast repair, Mom. So he's fine. He is in last place in 34th spot, but he is on the lead lap, and you can see that damage right there. That right there is a pusher's nightmare. See how it's all stuck in right here and right here? And the only thing that is clean is right here. That is a driver's nightmare, a pusher's nightmare, I should say. So hopefully they don't try to beat his back bumper off, because there ain't much left to hit. As all of these cats should be coming in. Now what I am going to do, I'm going to pick someone. Right all the way back here, Steve Hoppett. Watch them all come in and come out. Now, when you're into the pits, man, you got to be careful, because you will get ran over. He hops out right away and heads right to the far right, which is exactly what you want to do. But you don't want to get caught speeding. Now, he's got to make us some serious positions here. He was 25th, and now he's got to be 11th. So that was a great pit stop on his part. More than likely, he did not take 4 tires, which is not a big deal. It's a super speedway. You're not going to burn your tires up. Heck, I've ran 100 laps before and never changed my tires. I mean, you can do it. The right front gets a little hot, it gets a little slickery, but you can do it. But when you run out of fuel, At least you run your fuel down that low, you're silly not to get your tires because it takes the same amount of time. James. Scamadilla. Armadillo. He's going to be leading this bad boy. Morrison second. Ricky Coon third, fourth. Joseph Fogg. Richard Sanchez fifth. Todd Poston sixth, seventh. Ambrosi Nebel. Eighth is going to be Kevin LaChance. Andrew Schroeder ninth. 10th, Carl Lingle. Justin went way back, Billy, because he said he had enough. I'll guarantee it. And she's talking about, let me find him. Where's he at? There he is. All the way back to the 25th spot, and he's back here with some pretty good company, too. Got Roethlisberger, Erickson, Cantrell, Fega, Fred Anderson, Bonomi. He's back here with some pretty good people. It's still extremely early yet. We've only got 29 laps out of 100 in the books. Again, hit that like button. If you guys happen to get a blister, let me know. We'll get you a MaxspeedTV Band-Aid. And you know what? If it's a really bad blister by hitting that like button, I'll even get you some Neosporin, I promise. These guys are doing a good job. They definitely deserve the likes. There's a lot of super speedway leagues out here that just absolutely 13, 18 cautions. There's one in particular one out here. I know because I broadcasted it for years. You'll see 5 or 6 cautions within the last 6, 7 laps of the race. These guys are not like that. They are doing a great job. As we get ready to go back to the green flagging again. Riding with James as he goes through the gears. And Ricky's going to do the pushing. Ricky knows how to get around this track. You see that jump that inside line gets, don't you? Some of the guys are moving towards the back. Some are wanting to move up towards the front. Now, Ricky saw that doing some serious pushing on that bottom, doing a great job keeping those guys up top away from him. And Sanchez is another one. He can get around this track as well. What's that old song by Dolly Parton, 9 to 5? It's all taken and no given. That's one thing that won't work here in super speedway racing. You can try to take, but if that person doesn't give, well, your night could be over quickly. And yes, I might have just gave my age out. Trying to get something going on that top line. Joseph Fogg, he can get in there and do some pushing. His job is to try to get that 48 up in front of that 91 machine. And now you see these experienced guys back in here, hanging out, watching. Roethlisberger and Duvidak and Vega, the rest of these guys, Fred Anderson, Bonomi, they're doing exactly what they want to do. They're doing exactly what I would be doing for sure. Way too early in the race to get up there. And that Firefly mess. Back here, they got plenty of time. They can watch over that whole entire field. They might be able to save themselves from having to use their only fast repair. These cats up here, they all think it's best to race their little hearts out to get into that one position. Right here, the rocking chair. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. Fuel mileage race? Nah, don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. Never does. Hopefully everything sounds just ducky. I haven't seen any typed complaints of the sound yet, so hopefully everything is fine. And I'm hoping Denny and Jane Wilder has got that puppy cranked up. Her son says, their son said they get a kick out of watching this race and listening to me. I can guarantee you my wife don't feel that way. James still in the rocking chair, loving it. Schroeder leading them up top. Who's got the biggest moves, the most positions gained so far? That 48 does, that's who. Schroeder. Sitting right up in the top line, the first car. John Lynch back here, currently in the 18th. And I think that 09, Brian Mathias, I think he started to blink on us there a little bit. We're riding with him. Yep. See, when that happens, that means he's blinking out. And that's a scary thing, because when you're John Lynch back here, this car up here is the one's blinking out. And that's why you see him hanging back like he is. He doesn't want no part of that, because when you blink out, iRacing puts you back in. Depends how long you've been blinked out, where on the track you're going to be brought in. And yes, that will cause a wreck. The admins will be watching that carefully. If it becomes a problem, they'll put him to the back. Is everybody having a good time so far? Y'all are just quiet, too quiet for me now. Come on. How many cautions do you think we're gonna get as they're getting ready to barrel down on somebody here? And that might be Justin. Justin's going to end up going a lap down because these cats are coming, and they're coming fast. Riding with your leader, and you can see Bentley right up there. His spotter is probably screaming like an opera singer. Out of the way. You don't want to get ran over. As you see, he's going to get right down on the bottom and stay right out of their way. That's a great move on his part. Where it's clear, he'll hop back up. So Billy, he's going to be a lap down, but the good news is he'll be the first one to get the lap back if we have a caution. Fog down on the bottom in the rocking chair. Ooh, they're getting a little close and touchy back here. Getting real sketchy. Watch the 32 and the 48. Watch how close these cats get. As you can tell, that top line is moving pretty darn well. And it's going to move well enough. Whoa, the 05 goes up and he almost kisses the wall, but he doesn't. That's Edward Smith. Joseph's been running well here in the last few races as well as everyone. Just as well as the rest of them, that's for sure. You can see it right now, but check out Todd Poston. He started 35th. And here he comes pushing. He's going to drop down to the rocket chair just like that. Now, as much as this hurts me to do this, I'm going to do it. Depends on if you can actually see it or not, though. The boys are messing with me. And there you can tell. Is that a blatant display of no respect for your team owner? Look what they did. They put my face on a chicken. I ought to fine them. But if they win the race, I'll let it slide. And the bottom he goes. Now his teammate is that number 7 machine, and he's doing exactly what he told me he was going to do. He says, Bobby, you're not even going to hear me. I'm going to be a ghost out here. I'm going to go all the way back in the back, and you can hear him playing with that throttle. He doesn't want to lose the draft, but he doesn't want to get sucked up there with the rest of those guys. Hear him playing with it. And as you can tell, something's going on up front. They're all starting to slow down. Somebody might have touched the wall or something, but he's doing exactly what I would do and what a veteran driver does. "42 laps in the books out of 100, only one caution." What causes the car to go squirrely? Well, there's several different things that will do that, Nancy. And let me see if I can pinpoint out here, show you real quick before these guys get crazy on me. Get a better view maybe of somebody here. I'm still looking. There we go. You see his hands? That's Tommy Cook. Exactly what you're looking at is exactly what he's doing in his rig. See how smooth he is? He's not jerky at all. He's nice and smooth, barely turning that wheel ever so gently. And then you can get into somebody who might be in a draft. Now take a look here at Edward Smith's hands. Now look at him. Kind of all over the place, right? Well, it's because you're in a tight pack and that wind's going all over your spoiler and getting crazy with you. You can see them right here. They're about ready to cause a wreck. But that has a lot to do with it. You can see them. And when you're being pushed from the back end, I mean, that's definitely going to stick you all over the place. But that's what causes all that. You're riding with Todd right now. And his hands, let me get rid of this. He's got to be as smooth as silk. When you're the leader, you want to keep it on that red or that yellow line. And look at it, he's hardly even touching that steering wheel. It's hardly even moving. If it is, it's very tiny increments. And that right there is exactly how you get fast. When you're not smooth, you scrub off mile per hour. And I hate to say this, Nancy, but your boy Joey, they're about ready to have him for lunch. There's your leader right here. Joey up front. Now Joey's got no choice. He's got to go way up high out of the way. Now that's all fine and dandy, as long as he don't get ran over. Because these guys are coming at a full head of steam. And he's trying to stay all away from these guys. Waiting for a spot to hop in, and there he just found it. So the ultimate dream is to be behind somebody who is extremely smooth. All that wind swirling around, these guys being that close. And sometimes when you get super close like that, you got to be careful because that ugly net coda raises his ugly head. And that's where you get so close that iRacing thinks that you've wrecked or you're gonna wreck, and they actually make you wreck. Cars could be 2 feet apart from each other, but if iRacing thinks it's gonna be a wreck at that point, whoa, we got trouble up front. And wow, look at the shot right there. If I can get him, is he gonna be able to hang on? And he does. He took a shot to the back end, thought he was gonna lose it. It took him all the way back to the 13th spot. I don't think he let up. Three wide, that's not good. The 91's gonna get into the 41 right there, and the 91's gonna pay the piper. As you can see, we got ourselves another ugly one. You can see it going 3 wide. If I can get to the proper, there it is. This right here is about to be very, very bad. The 41, he's wanting to squeeze in this pocket right here in a very, very bad way. But he realizes there is somebody there and he's gonna fill it, gonna fill that spot. But take a look at it. They're real close. They're not touching at all. They've not touched each other yet at all. See it? It's completely clear right here. But watch what happens. They just barely bumped. 2 cats going for the same piece of real estate. I'm not blaming that. I wouldn't blame that on either one or in an individual. Both of those cats, just a race deal, going for that same spot. And when that happens, well, usually nobody wins. And he hits the wall hard. Now watch the 32. Dives down to the bottom. Everybody else tries to, except for the 30. He's got nowhere to go but through him. So, 49 laps. That would have been a caution or a stage coming up here. So probably they're going to end up going green and then go into a caution for a stage, I think. And there is, I don't know what track this is. There's the 08 track that's bumpier as all get out. And then the other track is pretty darn smooth. But still, going into those transitions and those turns, that's where you get some bumps. That has a lot to do with it as well. You're absolutely right, Mr. Freeman. All these cats are all coming in now. Will Joey get his lap back here? It just depends. He should get it back, yes. And here he comes. Now, he ended up using a fast repair. So like what I always say, he's on borrowed time. Anything else happens, The AG Solar Solutions, you got to keep her clean. And right now it is. Back out on the track, here's your top 5. Halfway point right now. Keaton Swain, the 21. Started 20th. Currently in the 4th spot. Your top 5. Alyssa. Sanchez. Poston. Swain and Foggs, your top 5. There's Lynch. Morrison. Niebel, Matthias, Smith, Carl, then Sean Wilder. By the way, hello, Denny and Jane. Hoppet, back at 13, Roethlisberger, Carl, Lingle 15th. This guy right here has had a fun night. You know, I always have a nickname for certain situations. And right now, John's not going to like my nickname, but it's just the way it is. I'm going to call him the Hemorrhoid. Why? Because he goes to the back, he gets knocked back there, he comes right back to the front. He's in the back, and he's right up to the front. He never goes away. So that's my nickname for him for tonight. And here he is, currently in that 6th position. He's had to use a fast repair, but it ain't stopping him. He's ready to get up here and battle with these guys as the lights go out on that ugly pace car. Don't even get me started on that thing. 52 laps out of 100 in the books. You are watching Noma Super Speedway, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies. Go subscribe to us. We're working on trying to get up to 9,000 subscribers. That's correct. We are the very first broadcasting network when iRacing first came out. I think 9 freaking years ago. So the owner of MaxspeedTV was retired, sitting in a chair. You know the story. He was picking toe jam out, and his wife said, "You need to do something." And he says, "Hey, I think I'm going to broadcast. I've got the looks for broadcasting. I'm going to do it." So he started it, and here I am. Here we all are. Actually, he just retired a couple of weeks ago, believe it or not. He's passed the torch down. Myself and 3 others, I believe. As we get ready to go again, green flag. Don't know anything about Alyssa. I just know she started 23rd spot. She's led 2 laps, and she's currently leading these boys. Now, I can tell you, Justin is a lap down, and he's going to be a little bit before he can get his lap back because he's got some cars he's got to pass. But Joey has his lap back now as we get ready back to go green flag. And wow, Alyssa jumps off to a big start right here. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but guess what? That pack is going to catch right up to her. You want that pusher behind you right with you. If not, that top line is going to end up going around you. As you can see the momentum that top line's got going right now, don't be surprised if you don't see them slipping in front here of your leader. And, whoa, we got trouble there. The 21, I do believe, thought he was going to stick it where it wouldn't fit. And that's going to cause all kinds of trouble. They do a good job keeping them cars out of the way. I'll give them that. So, let me go back and try to find this one. All right. Let's take a little look. Now watch. Remember I told you the momentum that top side had? Well, they had enough momentum where Sanchez was able to come down on him right here. Now the 21 thought he was clear as well. They just come down together and they touch right here. Now, I don't know what you want to call that. Watch it again. The 21 kind of got tunnel vision. That's what I'm going to call that, because he followed Sanchez right down there, and all he did was crowd the 018. And you can watch the 32. He's like, where do I go? What do I do? He is hanging on for dear life, hoping he doesn't get booted in the back. And you know what? He doesn't. But he could not get off the 018. Sanchez, thanks for the push. Keep me out of trouble. See, again, that's where we're, in this case, you're in the rocking chair and you're safe. That's why I say you're safe as in your mama's arms when you are there. Most of the time. In this case, it worked out really well. Not so much for the guys behind him. Nothing fancy about the old Joe's Garage paint scheme, but you know what? I like the color combo. What is what you am? A cow don't make ham. Alrighty. That's almost a tongue twister there, Richard. That almost was a saying on a PBA bowling, Pete Weber, when he won one of his league championships on a PBA tour. I think he hollered off at a spectator and says, I know you are, I am, or who do you think you are, I am. That's what he said. He had me going there for a minute. Richard Sanchez. And take a look. The hemorrhoid himself, John Lynch, which is going to kill me when he watches this broadcast. I'm telling you, he's like one. They just don't go away. And here he is. He ain't going anywhere. I am really impressed with this guy. Now, the guys that are laps down, well, let me go through them here. Saxton, Fred Anderson, Emily, Urias, Justin is a lap down. Sean Ward's a lap down. Sharp's a lap down. Now, James, he's going to be 4 laps down. And then Henry's, he's so far 12 laps down. So you got a lot of cats down here battling out for the old lucky dog spot, too. Top 5, I'll throw them up. Wasn't that a blast? Sanchez still in the rocket chair, down in the bottom. Lynch trying to get up there in front of him so he can drop down and hop into that little chair. Getting a lot of help by Matthias. And of course, we want to thank all of our sponsors down at the bottom on the left, or this wouldn't be possible. Morrison in the number 9. Even though it says 54, but it is the number 9. There he is. As he comes up and gives him a little love tap right there. Backs off during the turns, just what you need to do. And you get right back up on that bumper, and you can give him another shove usually before you get to the tri-oval, and you back off one more time. You see how squirrely these guys can get. The bumps in the road, yep. All that turbulence in the air, definitely. And let's face it, you get just a little bit nervous and wow, they almost touched right there. You get a little nervous when you're in a crowd. Nancy, I'm going to tell you right now, as much as I hate to say this, but my money is sitting on right there, John Lynch. This is the guy I think is going to be able to pull this thing off tonight if he don't get taken out. I mean, this guy, he's... he is standing on it, up on that wheel. And he has got some serious determination. As you can see, Duvendak says, I'm going to back out. I'm going back to the back, boys. There he is. He's going to hop back in line back here. Things are a little too racy up here for him. As long as everybody will play nicely. Give me a shot right here from Carl Lingle. Watch how these guys are jumping around. Better yet, further back, Jeff, Carl. That big old barking Lucky Dog emblem on his hood. Now he's playing it smart. You don't want to try to push a guy with a bumper like that. If you do, you're going to cause a wreck, and he knows it. That's why he's backed off a little bit. It's kind of, well, there's a little touching going on, and he's going to come up the track, and that is going to cause a caution. And they're going to go everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Another great job by the cameraman right there, huh? Wouldn't you say it? I'm impressed. Let's go back and see it. You can see it right up front. Watch carefully. I could probably move up a little bit closer, actually, and get another view for you guys, if I'm able to. So many cars, so little time. All right, watch carefully right here. Right, watch up front. Remember I talked about how they're all wiggling around up there? And they just get the touch. See how close they are together? The 09's coming down just a little bit. And they all are touching up here. Beating and banging each other like crazy. But the 30, he's trying to hang on to it, but with that transition right here, it's going to shoot him right up there when he gets up into this. And there it goes. He tries to hang on the best that he can, but he just can't. He's going up the track. Now, here's the perfect example, and I'll show it to you, as they're in unison sliding. Isn't that awesome? But anyway, let me back it up, and I'm going to show you exactly what netcode is. Okay, they wreck once right here. If I try to time this out perfect, I'll show you what iRacing believes is going to happen. All right, see it? If you look, right here, they're not touching, but they're already going this way and this way. Because iRacing says, you're going to wreck, so I'm going to make you wreck. And when I fire it back up, they wreck. And a good one at that. So you got to see what netcode can do. Everybody coming in. And everybody coming out. And you're right, Nancy. The cameraman is awesome, huh? Might have to give him a raise. Now, that's twice tonight the cameraman was right in the middle of the action. 66 laps in the books. There's your top 5. And you know what? The race summary? Now, technically, we've only had 4 cautions because of the stage deal. 25 lead changes. That's pretty impressive. We got 35 laps to go. Still plenty of time. Now, I will tell you, let me see who all's what here. You'll be happy to know that the 16 is going to get his lap back right here. Just as soon as he crosses that line, he should be getting his lap back. And away he goes. So he's back on the lead lap, Billy. Fred Anderson, all these cats have gotten their back. Joey, right now, he is going to be currently in the 20th position. I'm sorry, he'll be 18th. All right, fine, Todd. There's 2 stages, so technically there is only 3 cautions. You know what? You just drive for me and try not to put any wrinkles on the side of my chicken face, which we'll discuss that at a later date, mister. And speaking of Todd, there he is in the 32. Right there. Having a good run. Started 35th, by the way. And again, you can see my chicken face that he did. A blatant disrespect for the car owner, in my opinion. These guys just have a blast, don't they? At my expense. Back to green flag racing. Here we go. Sanchez out to another lead again to 37. Joseph Fogg's going to be his pusher. That top line did not get off to a very good start. But the good news is, hello, Denny and Jane. But your boy out here is leading this top line, and he's got his teammate there, the one who likes to correct the broadcasters, right behind him. So they're coming, and they're coming with vengeance. Sean started 35th, and here he is 5th. And that's exactly what he planned on doing. He says, when we get down to about 25 laps or so, he says, you're going to see me. Now if you just get Wilder's mom and dad to text with us in chat here on YouTube now, we're going to have to work on that next. Tell them, Nancy. Tell them they got to be part of the Noma family here. The only league that I know of where there's a boatload of family members that like to hang out with me in YouTube. And it's pretty darn awesome. I'd love to put a webcam. We have webcams for the drivers that I can put on as they're driving at home. I'd love to put a webcam on their mothers. Nancy be gnawing off her fingernails. Look like a woodpecker pecking the side of a tree. Fingernails flying everywhere. But these mothers, man, they get into this, which is awesome. I think it's great. You've got some guys, actually, they race with their dads and their brothers. I mean, it's a wonderful thing. Me, I played music with my dad all my life. But these guys, they get a chance to race with their siblings and their dad. That top line just can't quite get the momentum here. 19 people watching and 9 likes. For the 9 to hit the like button, bless you, thank you very much. For the other ones that has not hit that like button, you suck. I'm just joking. Let these guys know you appreciate them. They're putting on a great race. Hit that like button for them. I'll tell you what, if we get 15 likes, I'll shut up. You won't have to even listen to me. Maybe that'll help us get some likes out here. What do you think? Whoa, the 37. And Sanchez got a little touchy-feely there for a bit. Again. My man, the hemorrhoid. Right there in second place. As he gives him a nice boost down the backstretch. He'll back off before they get to the turn like he's supposed to. Him doing that is going to keep this second line setting back there. Making it really hard for him to close up on him. I think one of these races we need to surprise the drivers and have their moms on webcam. That would be a really cool thing. Ricky's doing a good job right here. Currently in the 5th spot, he started 33rd. Needs to get up there, and he needs to push. Whoa, almost got a little touchy right there again. 37, he's doing everything he can do. But these guys push, push, push. Now, if he clears him, he's going to drop all the way down in front of Sanchez, and look at that. Lynch and his pusher, Matthias, both was able to drop down in front of Sanchez. So now they're going to be 1 and 2. These two cats are working very, very well together tonight. Nancy, that is not a dumb idea. You know it. It's a great idea. And a webcam is not like a normal television cam. It's not going to put on 10 pounds, so don't worry about it. I would never lie to you. Uh-oh. Coming up on some lap traffic. He better dart down and get out of the way, and he does. Still trying the best. The 37, Joseph Fogg. Him and the 41 are working good together. Ricky Kuhn doing well. Well enough to get in front of that team down on the bottom of Lynch and Matthias. I don't know. Now, here's the thing. I think they got enough to go all the way in fuel as they're coming up on some more lap traffic. And that's going to be trouble. Oh, wow. Up into the wall she goes. I thought for sure it was going to be a big one. But she bounced it off the wall a couple of times there, Emily did. But she kept it away from them. Get a good run. Sanchez is going to come back. Take that lead back over. The 37 was really hoping he was going to be able to clear the 86 of Lynch, but Lynch said, I don't think so. The spot has been taken already. So Sanchez is going to get his lead back. Roethlisberger. He's on borrowed time. He had to use a fast repair, but here he is. Now this cat can get around this place very well. He could be a spoiler. And take a look back here still. The 7, Wilder and Todd. Poston. The two teammates, they're hooked up together again now right here. But maybe they're starting to think, maybe we better back off just a little bit. It's a little bit racy up here, and it's a little bit too early yet. They made their move, and they got up here pretty darn quick. So maybe they're just kind of hanging back a little bit as we come up on some more lap traffic. Lap traffic at Daytona can be scary as we watch them. Oh, we got trouble there. Somebody went flying. And I think it was a 23, but I'm not positive. I think Roethlisberger went for a ride. I could be wrong. Let's check it out. Well, let's see what happens right here. It was somewhere in this vicinity. Roethlisberger's in the 23, and the 41, Ricky Kuhn. What happens? Well, I see a lap car coming. Yeah, I see what happened. The 41 got a little nervous with that lap car, and we did again. Let me show you a net code. iRacing's nemesis problem. All right, take a look at it. Look at all of this space. They're not touching at all. Nowhere. Okay? But yet, when I fire it up, they're wrecking. Okay? Set. So netcode got him. 23 went for a nice little ride. There'll be some unhappy campers until they see the broadcasts and they realize it was netcode. Your leaders are coming in. just about everybody except for Duvendak, and it does not surprise me. He's got enough fuel to go all the way. Duvendak is going to be your leader. Yes, the cameraman has been a little busy tonight. Let's see our little race summary here. 4 cautions, 2 stages, 28 lead changes. Now, the caution lap's 15, so the pace car, if we get any more, the pace car may have to come in for fuel or tires. I don't know. We got 21 laps to go. This is when things just start to, they kind of sort of heat up a little bit. So when you get to that 10 to go range is when you start getting a little nervous. You start sweating, your hands get all sweaty. Your heart starts pounding. Kind of like you did the first time you met your significant other. I know my heart was pounding when I met my wife. We were childhood sweethearts. I was trying to run away from her. I'm glad she don't listen to my broadcast. Your top 5? Duvendak, Sanchez, Matthias, Lynch, and Morrison. Not going to bother them. Not going to talk with them. The lights out on the pace car. We're going to go back green flag in here. Don't forget about these guys. On Saturday night, they have their truck series. And I hear they got a great broadcaster on Saturday nights. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. Y'all can be the judge of that. I'm not saying anything. But they do have the truck series on Saturday night, so that's a fun time. So make sure you put that on your little calendar. Stick it in your phone as a reminder, whatever you got to do. I'll tell you what, these guys, they're showing some pretty darn good respect out here for each other. Honestly, they are. Now, those 2 cautions, at least 2 of them was net code. That's iRacing's fault. Not these guys'. So, overall, they're doing a really good job tonight. Now, will the patience continue on here for the last 20 laps? Probably not. Things might get a little bit iffy about the last 8-7 laps of this race. As they're going to all bunch back up again. Duvendak's going to be in the bottom. Sanchez will be up top. Noma Super Speedway Series, MaxspeedTV, here we go. You can already see him moving around a little bit. Now, can Matthias do it one more time? Can he push his buddy there, Lynch, up top, up far enough where they can both drop down? The guy who's going to do everything in his power not to let that happen is going to be that guy right there in the 99, Duvendak. That's his job, to stay on that bumper. And he can tear the bumper up all he wants, just don't hurt the sides. But he's got to stay right there with him to keep him. That's Sanchez up front with these guys. You're going to start seeing some of these guys back here in the back making their way up front now. Hickox is 22nd. You're going to start watching him make his way up. Bentley, 16th. Cantrell, 18th. Wilder and Potson, or Poston. Whatever. Those two cats, they got to work their way up front as well. Vega and Anderson, a lot of good drivers. The 98, Carl. There's Ricky. Joseph, there's a lot of good drivers right back here just trying to work their way up to the front. And yep, you will see 3 wide racing, guarantee it. Duvendak getting a little air into that radiator. One thing that you got to be set up for, when it comes 2 laps to go, you better make sure that your radiator is nice and cool. Those water temperatures are really, really cool. The reason why is because the last 2 laps, you're going to put your foot through the floorboard and you're going to be all over that guy in front of you, and you are not letting up for nothing. You'll get about 4 or 5 blinks with your gauges before it blows up, and normally you can go about 2 laps around this place and not let up and stay right in the bumper of somebody before it blows up. I've seen people blow up at the start-finish line. I've seen it blow up before the start-finish line. They just got to make sure that they get plenty of air in there before they decide to push and not quit. And Duvidak doing a good job keeping Sanchez out there. Now, at some point, Duvendak is probably going to jump right up on that high line. But right now, it's still early. There's 14 laps to go. He's not in a big hurry to jump up there. But you will see him go up there. If the number 9, I was going to say the number 9 is probably going to try to do it. And when he does, he's going to cause this. And it's a big one. That's going to take a lot of guys out. A lot of them. I believe the number 9 thought he was going to stick it where it didn't belong. I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me take a look, see if I'm right. Let's back this thing up because it's going to be a doozy. You see Duvendak. And I don't know who, he's got one of them fancy little numbers again. Let me see who it is. That ain't him. Find it in a minute, I promise you. Or maybe I won't, I don't know. Nope, I don't think I'm going to find it. So many guys, so little time, right? There we go. Maybe I can get it from this angle. All right, watch closely. You see it right there. The 9 says, I think I might be able to get ahead of these guys. I'm going to go for it. And you see him go right on up, and he's going to hit Lynch. And Lynch is doing everything he can to hang on, but he is going to get caught up in it. And that is going to be a very unhappy camper, because he drove his tail end off tonight. A lot of good guys was taken out on that one. He says, look at the 54, Bobby. Are you referring to Morrison? Because that's the only 54 I've got. Let's go back and take a look and see about him. Oh, duh. Thanks a lot, Todd. Maybe you should be the broadcaster and I'll drive. How's that? That's why I couldn't game. Let's go back here and take a look here. We'll ride with him. Yep. Hang on a minute. There we go. All right. Let's watch it again. There's a lot of clearance right there. Duvendak, I was talking about him. When's he going to move up top, right? Well, he's not in a big hurry to because there's still quite a few. There's like 14 laps to go before that race. But if that 9 can get up there, if Morrison can get past that 86, he's going to take a shot at it and try to get up there and lead that second line. And you can see right here, he thinks he's clear. His spotter probably said, hey, you're clear. All right, I'm going to move up. And you're going to see him right here start to make his move. As he's moving up the track, the problem of it is, well, hang on. There it is. Ew. You know what? That angle tells you a whole new ball game. So I don't know here. You see him, the 9's going to come up the track. At that point, you either take it or you don't. He's kind of in the middle, as you can see. But I'm not seeing, I'm still sticking with what I'm saying. You can see the 9 going up again right here. See? He's going back up. Lynch is holding right perfectly on that black line. So I'm going to stick with what I said. If I'm wrong, well, you can crucify me later. Here's what it's going to boil down to. Duvendak is going to be on the bottom. Let me get to the small one here so we're not nobody's eyesight. Sanchez up top. Sanchez has been showing some really good momentum here. Good motor, good power going. Carl and LaChance is going to be your pushers. Now, spoilers, well, the 32, there he sets. He's currently in 6th. Take a look at Crystal King, huh? In the 5th spot. Vegas worked his way up into the 8th. So you guys better hang on to your seats because this is about to get nasty. Fred, you're silly. Fred's headed into the in-care care center. Hopefully he's all right. And here we go. It's going to be 10 to go right now. And Sanchez is booking out of here. But Duvendak will catch him. Now Duvendak is watching in his rearview mirror. If he sees a couple cats just like this pull right out, he knows what they're going to do. And he's still staying with Sanchez. Those two met on the dance floor on a prom night, and they've been working very well ever since, I think. Halfway through this race all the way to now, these two cats work really well together. Trouble back in the back again. We got to go for another caution, it looks like. Oh, yeah. Hang on, Fred. You're going to get some company in the care center, buddy. You won't be lonely, I promise you. Well, let's take a look. Where is the 88? I saw him going for a ride. Let's looky and see what's happening here. The 98 says, hey, I think I can go in between those. Nope, you can't do it. Watch it again carefully. Carl. You see him coming in right now. I don't know if he thought he was going to be able to squeeze through there or not. But again, if you want to get technical on this ordeal, you could almost swear that that's another net code. Yep, he was close. I'll give you that. But watch. See it? See him getting hit? Right there. Again, see all that space? All this? That's net code. He's already turning, already. So technically, Mr. Carl didn't hit anybody. He was hoping he could stick it through there, I can tell you that much. But he didn't hit anybody. Net code got again. That's 3 net codes tonight. Going to be some unhappy campers, but when they watch this broadcast, I do my best to try to make replays different ways so we can let everybody know exactly what we thought happened. It could be wrong. But we do our best to make sure that we at least try to get to the bottom of what happened. So there'll be a lot of upset fellers, but when you watch the race, there's going to be a whole lot of, oh, that was net code. I'm sorry for blowing up. So honestly, I'm going to have to go out tonight, and I'm going to have to say, everybody that's been in a wreck tonight's going to get a Dude Wipes award. Because there was a lot. Here's your top 5 again. Sanchez, Duvendak, Poston, LaChance, and Vega. Vega was real close last week. Top 5. And then a oops happened. Got taken out. But take a look, huh? Nancy. Look who's sitting in the top 10. Say goodbye to your other hand with nails. Duvendak and Sanchez, once again, top and bottom. Will they hook up together? I don't know. Pushers, Poston, down in the bottom. Kevin LaChance, up top. Bonomi, take a look at that. This cat actually led 12 laps and he was your pole sitter. Currently in the 7th position. Little tic-tac Duvendak. I had a pleasure of being at his wedding. Great, great family and a great guy. And I'm going to tell you what, he's won more championships than I've got socks in the top drawer. He can drive. Sanchez again down on the bottom. Duvendak doing the pushing. Now, at some point, and I can tell you right now, that 18 machine, at some point, he's got to pull out And instead, ooh, looks like it's... I think Poston was going to pull out there for a second. Wouldn't be surprised if you don't see the 18 here in a couple of laps pull out to that top side to try to get something going. I think Duvendak is going to stay right with Sanchez to the last second. There goes the 18. He's sticking it out there. Here comes the 32 now. Now we're going to have some side-by-side going on. And we've got ourselves a caution. Can you imagine that? And to be quite frankly and honest with you, I don't have a clue why. My telemetry is showing me no accidents. I don't know. Well, let me look and see if I can find it. Hey, I found it. Right here. Let's go slow. See where it's at. Emily, I don't know. Urus, I think. That's the #1 machine right here. Something went awry right in this area right here. And there it is. I think it's the 131, if I'm not mistaken. Stephen Hoppett, perhaps. I think Stephen might have come up and said hi, not realizing that Emily was coming there and going to make it close to being 3 wide. But watch him. You see him right here. He's going up the track a little bit. Emily's holding her line. And there's another shot. Could that have been netcode as well? But they're still going to hit. You can see how close they were. They were definitely going to be hitting for sure. But that's how that one started, folks. All right. Let's go through this lineup. Sanchez, Duvendak, Poston, Vega, LaChance is your top 5. Kuhn, Hickox, Bentley, Brad Saxton's been quiet all night tonight. And then Shane Ward, another quiet one. Top 10 right there. Noma, 11th. Carl Lingle, 12th. 13th, Jeff Carl. Guy Baracco, 14th. Matthias, 15th. Williamson, 16th. 17th, Fritz. Clay Cantro, 18th. Morrison in the pits at 19th. Fogg, 20th in the pits. Lynch in the pits. Emily's in the pits. You get the idea. Now, who has not used their fast repair up here? Well, let me show you. This guy, that's who. Everybody else has used their fast repair on this whole entire field. Every single cat, except for Robert Duvendak. He's the only one that has his fast repair left. Impressive. Sanchez and Duvendak. Will they hook up together again here? Your pushers. Poston and Vega. And I can assure you, Vega's got the red in his eyes like the devil. He said he was going to be more aggressive this year. And I got to be honest with you. When you get 2 to go or 1 to go, and you're in the top 5, everybody's aggressive. Vega's hungry. He's hungry for a win. Duvendak and Sanchez, veterans and very, they got like ice running through their veins. They don't get excited, I don't think, about anything. Vega, on the other hand, He needs to go out around back and smoke a joint or something to calm him down, because that guy is wired like a 10-day clock. You can count on this guy making a move. He will make it exciting, I promise you that. Hickox, I'm not going to say he's going to go out behind the barn and, you know, smoke him one or anything, but Joey, patience, throw it out the window. And he knows it. He's going to throw it out, and he's going to drive really, really hard. Look for Joey to make a move, too. I think at this point, we need to be passing out some Ritalin to these guys. And Duvidak is tough, I'm telling you. The guy has ice running through his veins, and that's exactly what you need. Him and Sanchez both. As we get ready to finish this puppy up, maybe. Sanchez back out to another lead again. I'll guarantee you he's going to drop in front of Duvidak. They will hook up together. And Vega coming on that outside. Gonna need a little bit more help than the 41. But they are trying. Now you're gonna watch a few more cats. Joey and the rest of these guys gonna go all the way up. Now you're gonna start seeing some 3 widen. Whether you want to or not, it's gonna happen, Captain. Vega sticks his nose out right there a little bit for the lead. Duvidak doing his job, shoving the 510, and we've got another freaking caution, for the love of God. I'm seeing him running around here. Let's take a look. It happens in here somewhere. 3 wide is never a good sign. It gets closer and closer. The 09 comes up and he tags ever so gently. You can see it. At least that's what it looks like to me. Go a different angle real quick if you want. We'll double check it. Or maybe I will. Some of these guys already wrecked out, I think. But it looks like to me. There, you tell me. Who's doing what? Looks to me like the 09 is coming up, and he does. Matthias. He gonna be the bad guy in this one. And away they go. But I'll give the guy credit, man. He really hung on to it. He may have caused that one, but watch him. He's hanging right on. Some good driving there. Okay, like a broken record, we're going to do it again. Excuse me. We're going to do it again. And I honestly don't know how many restarts before they're done. You would think that they would be on their... That was it. I think. I'm not sure. We have 10 cautions. 2 of them were stages. $30 lead changes. You are watching the Noma Super Speedway Series. And don't forget them on Saturday nights. Their truck series. Yes, Todd, I'm beginning to feel your pain on this. This is going to be 3 green and white checkers we're going for. I think this is the last one. I think. All right, they should be lining up and getting ready to do this thing. Are they going to go all the way around again or no? I think they... Yep, they are. They're going to go around one more time, it looks like. It'll give them a chance to think about their strategies, take a quick drink, make sure your gloves are on nice and tight if you're wearing gloves. All right, Sanchez, Vega, Duvendak, Kuhn, Bentley, Justin, top 5. Poston and Hickox, LaChance, Sexton, Ward. Your other top 5 to make it 10. So it's about ready to get down and dirty. Again, you're going to watch Sanchez take off like he was shot out of a barrel. A cannon. And Duvendak is probably going to hang right there on him unless the 18 drops down. Duvendak knows what the 18 is probably going to do, so he's going to probably stick to him like glue if he can. And he does. See him take off much faster now? So now, the 18 and the 99, they're teammates. They're buds. So we'll see how this works out. Those two hooked up, they'll go right around Sanchez, perhaps. They got to time it just right, though. Nope. Vegas says, teammate or not, I ain't playing your game, pal. I'm going for the win. And here he comes on that top line, and boy, does he have help, too. Here's where the pushing gets a little bit crazy, guys. You're not supposed to push in the turns. They could care less. 1 to go, they're going to push all the way around this track, and you better hang on for dear life. Duvendak, is he going to clear him? Will he go up top? Not quite. He's staying right there with Sanchez. 1 to go right here. Duvendak cannot make a move unless he clears the 18 of Vega. And Duvendak is not a selfish guy. He'll stand right there and push Sanchez to the win if he knows he can't go nowhere. He will do it. Vega trying on the outside. Got some help by Tom Poston. Still not going to happen. Whoa! Sanchez is turned, and we're going to have ourselves a wreck right here, and it's going to take out a bunch of cats. A whole bunch of cats. And to be honest with you, I got no clue who's going to go to the checkered flag. I have to give it a second here. Take a look at the fireworks. Let's watch this. I'm going to go back here somewhere. I don't know really how I can show it because a lot of guys have already booted out of here and I can't get in their cars. We'll slow it down here. Can't really hop in with nobody. But just keep it right here is about the best thing that I can do, guys. Where does it get crazy at? Still waiting for it. Man, the 32 and 18 are really close right there, aren't they? Duvidak's doing some great pushing right here. I just don't know where this mess started. And right there it was. It was ugly. But your winner. And he is celebrating big time. Mr. Mark Vega. There's your winner, guys. Mark Vega, MaxspeedTV, Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you. Noma Super Speedway, Daytona. What an exciting race we had. Doesn't get any better than this. You guys stick around. We're going to be back. We're going to talk to three of these cats. Vega, Ricky Kuhn, and Joey Hickox finishing third. Don't go anywhere. If you do, hit the like button before you leave. We'll be right back.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
Yeah, somebody, they were... for finishing orders.
Looks like your car
stage
is
orders,
toast.
and then we use
You'll
more
need to
replays
stay back
as
to
I say.
pit lane, press and hold your reset button, and we'll come and get you.
Welcome back, everybody. Bobby with all the hobbies coming at you. MaxspeedTV, the Noma Super Speedway Series finished up Daytona. Wow, what a race we had. A race summary real quick. 10 cautions, 2 of them are stages. 31 lead changes. 31. That is impressive. The third place guy, he was down a lap, busted his tail in. He got it back. He started 7th. His mother has chewed off what fingernails she has left. The good news is she's not going to scratch you when she sees you because it's not going to hurt. So, Joey, talk to me, man. What a wild night you had, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely an up and down night, but I mean, I'm not going to complain about it. We got a P3 at the end of it, so good points, and I needed a good points finish in the series.
Really impressed with, I mean, went quite a while caution free, which actually, you know, it was a good thing. A couple net code cautions came out and bought us a little bit, got us in trouble there. But anyway, excellent job. I mean, you were fighting your tail end off. The guy I feel sorry for, to be honest with you, and that's my hemorrhoid of the race is what I was calling him, because, man, He's in the back and he comes right up front. He just doesn't go away. And that was Mr. Lynch. I mean, he fought his ever-living heart out, and he was my pick to win this race. He just wrong place at the right time, it seemed like. But he did manage to get a top 10 finish, so I'm proud of him for that. But John fought his tail end off, and I wanted to give him a good mention because he deserves it.
Yeah, he's turned into quite a little plate racer. He got wrapped up in that one wreck, and all it took was me just say, calm down, it ain't over. Just wait for the other wrecks to keep coming, because they're going to keep coming near towards the end, especially with that many cars still on the lead lap. And he kept his nose on the grind, and he pulled out a top 10. So we got 2 cars in the top 10. I think we swept the front row as a team tonight. So I thought we showed a pretty good little showing tonight.
You had a really good showing, to be honest with you. And I was looking, and I'm not seeing our second place winner nowhere. So usually when that happens, well, I'm his voice. But anyway, who do you want to thank, Joey, before I let you get out of here?
I want to thank the sponsors, especially someone for the league, H&H Tractor Works. I appreciate them coming on board, sponsoring this series for us this year. My sponsor, Ag Solar Solutions, a great company to work with. If you're in the market for solar panels, definitely give them a little look on the internet there. Get a hold of them. They'll take good care of you. We got Manny Ray, Cemetery Designs, great guy. Glad to call him a friend of mine. So glad he helps us out. And everybody who showed up, I think we had 36 tonight, which is pretty good considering week 4. So I know you were talking about some, 10 cautions or something like that, but you got to expect that on plate races when you have this many people, considering we've only been around 4 weeks now. So it'll get better, and we can keep the numbers up.
Joey, you only had 8, not 10. We only had 8. 2 of them were stages.
Well,
so
2 of them are stages.
That's
right.
So
2 of them were stages. You said 2 of them were due to net code, so you can take 4 off
that's
of that.
not bad. I mean, honestly,
we'll take it.
Not bad at all. Trust me. I've broadcasted some that, I've actually sent out for a pizza because I just didn't think it'd ever end. But
Man,
congratulations.
I got up at 1 a.m. last night to go to work, so I was beginning to think this one was never going to end.
Now, I hear you, buddy. But congratulations on your top 3 finish. Points. That's what we want, and that's what you're looking at. You take care of yourself, and, you might have to pay for a nail visit for your mom, because I think she just bit every single nail she had left off.
Yeah, well, so I got to thank her a lot, too, for staying up and watching. She's the one who taught me into racing tonight, so I'm glad she did, because it was fun tonight, had a good time, and, of course, I want to thank you for broadcasting, and I'm going to get off the air here, brother. I'm ready for bed. I'll see you Saturday night, sir.
All right, take it easy. We'll see you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mark Vega. Well, here, real quick,
Bob?
before I even start with you, Ricky Kuhn done a great job. He started 33rd, he finished 2nd. And I know he'd like to thank his broadcaster, because he just thinks he's just an awesome kind of guy, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Ricky, I got to give a shout out to him, though. He did finish 2nd. Congratulations. Now we're going to get to the winner. The man himself, Mr. Mark Vega. Mark, it got a little crazy there at the end, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Bobby, to be honest with you, I worked with Ricky. I owe him a lunch big time.
Well, you better definitely give him one, and tell him I said he better get in here in Discord so I can interview him.
I told him as soon as I pass that line, I owe him lunch.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. It was really, really crazy. A couple net code cautions we had out there, and a couple normal cautions. But you said you was gonna drive hard, and I knew when we started back up like 4 or 5 to go, I knew you and Joey were coming. You guys, you ain't gonna sit back there, especially you. You're not gonna sit there and take it on the chin. You're gonna give it everything you've got, and what happens, and that's that.
Yes, sir.
So you come out a winner tonight. Congratulations, though, buddy.
Thank you, Bobby. It's been a long time since I won, actually. Always coming in the top 5, top 10, and finally. And I got to thank Ricky and Duvey, actually. Duvendak, sorry.
Just call him Tic Tac.
Tic Tac, there you go. He revamped my paint scheme, so I got to thank him. It was a good luck charm.
He is always tough. Unfortunately, he finished 9th tonight. But, he's something else for sure. But anyway, excellent job, bud. Got some points. You showed these boys what was what. Congratulations on that. Who do you want to thank before I let you go and I can go to bed?
You know I'm gonna keep you here. No, I'm joking. Nah, first off, the H&H, what do they call it? Tractor Supply. You,
There
of
you go.
course, for always putting up with my crap. For all the haters that, hate on me, but hey, it is what it is. And definitely the most important, my wife, Rebecca, with Be Creative by Becca, for putting up with my crap every day.
No kidding. You know what? I've heard a million people tell my wife back when I played music full time and everything all over the place. But anyway, you deserve an award for putting up with him. You deserve this, you deserve that. Well, you know what? I can finally be on the other end of that deal, and I can honestly say your wife deserves a medal.
Yes, sir. One thing I gotta say, I also gotta thank Duvendak and Joey for taking over the league and running it, and Duvendak for helping me, being a great teammate. All my teammates, actually, Guy. And I have one more announcement for you, Bobby.
Yeah, buddy, give it to me.
Well, since the 18 is going to the 8, I can't take the 8 because Jay has it. Starting next week, I will be the number 3.
Uh-oh. Look out. Look out. That's all I'm going to say. Congratulations, Mark. Well done, buddy. Get out of that rig. Get that congratulatory kiss from your wife. If she's asleep, wake her tail end up.
I don't want to go to work with a black eye, so I'll leave. I'll tell her in the morning.
All right. Congratulations, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Thank you, Bobby.
All right. Well, we got her done, guys. Wow, what a race we had, huh? Your winner is going to be Mark Vega. Real quick, for inquiring minds, Vega, Ricky Kuhn, Joey Hickox, Carl Lingle, Morrison, top 5, Guy Bracco, Fritz, Uris, Duvendak, John Lynch. That's your top 10. Appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight, watching. Y'all be safe and take care of yourselves. And when you got a minute, say a prayer for this nation because we need it. This is Bobby with all the hobbies, MaxspeedTV. Man, I'm out of here. See ya.